Good afternoon. Welcome to Sew Like a Pro. I want to show you how to make this cathedral block. I saw it on Missouri Star. It's a lot of layers, but it's a real easy way to do, and you're just going to get beautiful results. They just made it simple. So what I did was, so I don't have any waste, I started out with some graph paper, and these are all cut 6 by 6 inch squares, every single color, every layer 6 by 6. So it's going to sew 4 of them together, and you're going to get a 12-inch block. So I want mine 48 by 60, so I need 20 12-inch blocks. Then I color code them because I have all these different colors, and this is the way I want to set them up. So at first I had like 9 colors. I had to cut down my colors, so I started out thinking 6 inches, but I discovered no, put 4 of them together, you know, you're going to get a 12-inch block. Fun. So then you want to take, you have 3 different fabrics. This is going to be the top of my cathedral window, and these are going to be the sides that wrap around. So you want to take these and fold them and create those 1/4 inch. So they really just pressed to create that. So I tried to keep all of mine lined up with the exact same grain, lengthwise to lengthwise, crosswise to crosswise. Then take them and put these together, and then we're going to sew them exactly like that. So however many you need for each set. So I'm going to just take this one and put it right on top of that and line it up. And then I'm going to take this and put it on top of that. So it really is 4 layers sandwiched together. Then you're going to do your regular seam allowance, 1/4 inch. And you know, because this is kind of thick, you want to make sure that you keep it controlled. So I'm going to check and make sure that this is lined up exactly where I need it, stacked on top of each other, all stacked on top of each other, lining up top and bottom. If you cut them right, they should be able to sew together right. So I'm going to try and line them up before I stitch them together. And if you have a problem doing that, then I suggest you pin it together. Now the top layer may want to push, and you know what I say, push back, because they are cut evenly. So we want to sew it to the bottom, back stitch, so it don't come loose. Now we're going to take the time to press these all open. That means you're going to take it and press it flat. Press it open because it's a lot of layers and it's very thick. So after we press that, do the other one. I have one over here already done. Then we're going to press the seams open, nice and flat. This is what it's going to look like. Now this is the one that's going on top of this. So I want to take this and match up the points. This point to that point, this point, all the way around all 4 sides first. Just to secure that we're going to get everything to line up, and it'll stop it from shifting and moving. Because really it's meticulous. So you just want to take your time so you'll have beautiful results. Because what we hate to do, pick. All right, so once I have all of those 4 points, those 4 corners pinned, then I'm going to go up to this very crease, and I'm going to take that and fold it over, and I'm going to pin that. Then I know all of these going to come out exactly the same. I'd rather pin these and line them all up so they look consistent than to guess and some off, some on, you know. And when you get finished, what it's going to look like? It look like you made it instead of you bought it. I want somebody to say, oh, that's so beautiful. Not to say that you made that. Hello. So now, we want to make sure that we sew to cover up the very tip, the raw edge. So I saw on the show that you can do this. I'm sewing with this black so you can see the stitches. This just came out the needle. you can sew as you go. So you can this whatever your lining is going to be, the back of your quilt is going to be, you can take that in your batting, and then you can stitch along the edge as you go. So all your pieces together, line them all up together, and went in the needle and came right back out, so that you can finish it as you go along. How nice is that? I like, that's what I'm gonna do in mine. This is the first time I ever tried doing this block before. There we go. So here, I want to start with this at the very tip. I'm not going to backstitch because I'm going to come back around it again. I want to make sure that I cover up that raw edge, and I want to stitch right along the very edge. So take your time. At the call, I'm back. So I hope you can see that I'm stitching right along this very edge, and like I said, you can stitch as you go, quilt as you go, rather, quilt as you go. So we're going to stitch all the way to the very corner, all the way down. I'm going to move this back. I'm going to make sure I cover that point though, and I'll make sure I cover it again on the way back. So I'm going to stitch all the way off. I'm going to turn this, turn it, make sure I'm going to cover that point. Get that needle in the right place, stitch right along the very edge. You get the gist of it. And when you finish, you're going to have this. And then, of course, we'll line them up, put them all together, whichever way you want your pattern to go. I suggest that if it's going to be the same color, leave them all the same color. But this is a good way to use up your scraps too. You just want to find your colors that coordinate well, that look beautiful together. It's a 12-inch block. It's going to finish really fast. So God bless your knitting, sewing, crocheting projects. And until I see you next time. Fun with the cathedral window and the cathedral block.